Hi everyone, Suzanne here. So today we're doing something a bit different yet again. This month is very special. If you're watching this video way in the future, it is currently June 2022, and this month is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. And I was really excited about it, so I thought I would just make a fun little video to celebrate my YouTube-iversary. So I actually did ask over on my Instagram what kind of video you guys would like to see for my 1 year anniversary. And the thing that most people said was some kind of a quiz. So a good few people did actually say Q&A, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like people would be interested in me answering Q&A. So I just decided to do a quiz instead, and we are doing, of course, a Tomb Raider quiz. What else would we do on this channel? So I actually do have a glass of Prosecco to drink while doing the quiz. It's pink Prosecco and a pink glass, just because clearly I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. And this is a quiz that I found on the Xbox website, and it's a Tomb Raider celebrating the 25th anniversary quiz. There's 25 questions in it. I haven't looked at any of the questions in advance. Yeah, we'll see how many I can answer anyway and see how well I do. But first things first. That is so nice. Okay, so we have here Tomb Raider celebrating 25 years with 25 trivia questions. Trivia? I've literally only had one sip, I swear. Tomb Raider's influence on pop culture since its 1996 debut is undeniable, with its dozen mainline video games, multiple spin-offs, 3 major motion pictures, a long-running Top Cow comic series, and both tie-in and standalone novels. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who hasn't heard the name Lara Croft. And I can guarantee most people on this channel have heard of Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, so I think we're safe there. This week marks the original Tomb Raider 25th anniversary. Okay, so I assume this came out in October 2021 then? 8 months ago? Oh, I can't do maths, but yeah, let's just say October. I think it was October. How well have you followed the intrepid adventurer? Just as Lara's adventures test her knowledge of ancient civilizations, it seems only right to celebrate the occasion with a test of your knowledge too. Here are 25 trivia questions spanning the series' history. Think you can answer them all correctly? Probably not. Okay, hang on. I need a pen. I'm gonna need to get a pen and paper. Sorry, because annoyingly, I don't think this is the type of quiz where you can like click and fill in the answers. I think it's just, there's the question, there's the answers, pick one, and then you look at the answers at the end. But that feels really anticlimactic, so I'm gonna look at each answer after I answer each question, because also we're not gonna remember by the time we get to the end of this. So, well, I'm drinking Prosecco, so I'm certainly not gonna remember. Okay, so first question. How many polygons... We're off to a bad start. How many polygons did the original Lara Croft model feature in the 1996 debut title Tomb Raider? 100, 250, 450, 500. I don't know why, but 250 is like ringing a bell for some reason. Yes. Final answer, 250. Yay, I got it right. Okay, so it says 250. Did you know that Lara's in-game braid ended up on the cutting room floor due to the polygon limit at the time? I did, as I'm sure all of you did as well. It didn't make an in-game debut until Tomb Raider 2. Next question. Which of these facts is not an official part of Core Design's official bio for Lara Croft? Oh, they put 2 officials in there. It's very official. Lara Croft's favorite food is beans on toast. I know that that is true because I remember reading that before and thinking, ew, gross. I hate beans, especially beans on toast. No, thank you. Lara has authored multiple books, including A Tyrannosaurus is Jawing at My Head and Slaying Bigfoot. I would guess that that's true. Lara's favorite mode of transport is a sports car from her family's estate's massive collection of automobiles. Well, as we know, in the original Tomb Raider timeline, Lara's actually estranged from her family. She doesn't speak to them, and the house that she lives in, she inherited from her aunt. So I can't imagine her just rocking up and borrowing cars. I don't know about that one. Or the only thing that Lara Croft is afraid of is her aunt's corgi. Can't imagine Lara Croft being afraid of a dog. But it does make sense that it's only her aunt that she speaks to. I'm going to go with C, that her favorite mode of transport is a sports car, because also I imagine Lara's favorite mode of transport being a motorbike. Like, she's always driving motorbikes, so yeah. I'm going to go with C. It is C. So according to her original biography, Lara's actual favorite mode of transport is her Norton Street Fighter motorbike. I knew it. She is a motorbike girl. These questions are hard though, like these are super fan questions. After the success of Tomb Raider 1996, Lara Croft became an international icon. In her 1997... In 1997, she was featured on the cover of the British fashion and culture magazine The Face. Never heard of it before. Which of these brands did Lara model inside the magazine? Alexander McQueen, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, or Prada? What? I don't know. I feel like she would either be a Prada or an Alexander McQueen girl. Now, I don't know anything about fashion or designers. You can probably clearly tell from my videos that I'm not interested in fashion. Basically, if it's a jumper, I'll wear it. I don't know. I feel like are Alexander McQueen and Prada slightly more edgier fashion or something? I have a feeling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to guess Alexander McQueen because I honestly haven't got a clue. How? How did I get that right? In addition to Alexander McQueen, Lara modeled outfits from Gucci and Jan Colonna inside the June 1997 issue of The Face. That is not even right that I got that right. Guys, I think Prosecco gives me superpowers. Question number 4. Tomb Raider 2 introduced vehicles to the franchise. Which vehicle was not playable in the second game in the series? Well, the quad bike. Yeah, because we don't get quad bike until Tomb Raider 3. So, B. That is correct. So Lara wouldn't drive a quad bike until Tomb Raider 3, in which she races it along the Ganges River through Area 52. Is the area in the Nevada desert level called Area 52? What? Or is it just a typo? But she never actually drives the quad bike in Area 51, so I don't know. We are on a roll, okay? We've got 4 for 4. 4 for 4. Tomb Raider 2 featured 2 bonus adventures in the Gold expansion pack. Which of these locations were included? Milan, Italy, Las Vegas, USA, Moscow, Russia, or Manila, Philippines. So let's go with B, Las Vegas. Yes, so the level called Nightmare in Vegas saw Lara Croft exploring Sin City in what could be described as a fever dream. Lara almost wore a garish leopard print. Why does everybody call it garish? Leave leopard print alone, I like it. Lara almost wore a garish leopard print outfit in the level, but it was cut by the developers for being a bit too out of character. Why? You don't know what Lara likes to wear in her free time. In the late 90s, Lara Croft's influence on pop culture continued to explode. Which of these things were not part of her whirlwind rise to fame? So she was featured in custom footage on stage at a U2 concert. I have vague recollection of that happening. A Tomb Raider feature film deal with Paramount was announced. Of course. We know that's true. Lara Croft starred in a namesake animated series. No. She had her own Lara clothing line. Did she? Oh boy, if I'd had my own money in the late 90s, I would have bought everything from the Lara clothing line. I didn't know that existed. But yeah, I'm assuming that it's true that she had a clothing line because she definitely didn't have an animated series. They did samples and a few different pilots for an animated series with, I believe it was Minnie Driver doing the voice. And they're on YouTube if you want to watch them. They're really, really fun. Some of them are not so good, but some of them are really good. And it makes me really excited that they're releasing an animated series now, but they definitely didn't release one back in the day. Yes, we got it right. So while this one wasn't true in the late 90s, it was recently announced that Lara Croft is getting her own anime series on Netflix, voiced by Hayley Atwell. How exciting. Indeed, Tomb Raider quiz, indeed. Tomb Raider 3 was the first game in the series to let players choose the order of locations they visited. After starting off in India, which of these places was not a destination option for Lara? Well, I think we should be able to answer this considering we are just playing through Tomb Raider 3. So if I get this wrong, that's pretty bad. So the options are South Pacific, Area 51, London, and Paris. So the answer is, of course, D, Paris. Correct. Lara has been to Paris a few times, but not in the Tomb Raider 3. The Tomb Raider 3? Not in Tomb Raider 3. She spent significant time in Paris running from the police in Tomb Raider, the Angel of Darkness, however. In Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, Core Design traded Croft Manor as a training ground for a tutorial featuring teenage Lara in... oh, flip. Flippity flip. I have only played Tomb Raider 4 twice. It's not my favorite game. I know it's definitely not Tokyo. It's definitely not Prague. I don't believe she was in South Africa. So Angkor Wat, Cambodia sounds right. Correct. A teenage Lara Croft visited Angkor Wat with her mentor Werner von Croy in Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. In fact, this is the adventure during which she found her trademark backpack. I do love that scene. And I do love, as I call her, baby Lara. I think she's absolutely adorable. We've gotten all the questions right so far. I can't believe it. So, question 9. What real world ancient game did fans get to play in Tomb Raider The Last Revelation? I know this one. It's Senet. Senet. So yeah, it's not chess, not Mancala. What's that? Knucklebones? No, it's Senet. I remember that bit. Yay! Fans were treated to a game of Senet in the tomb of Semerket, playing against an unseen opponent. And what I love about that game so much is that you actually have to lose to get the secret. Okay, this question has a huge spoiler for Tomb Raider 4, so if you don't want to listen, skip ahead to here. As Lara was presumed dead at the end of Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, spoiler alert, you're supposed to put the spoiler alert before the spoiler. Anyway, how did Core Design creatively slot a new game, Tomb Raider Chronicles, between it and the already in development sequel, Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness? Lara Croft travelled back in time. Tomb Raider Chronicles was non-canonical. I can't say that word. I find it easier to say it wasn't canon. They told the story through flashbacks. The game featured a different character, so it's obviously C. They told the story through flashbacks. Correct. The different adventures in Tomb Raider Chronicles were each flashbacks prompted by friends attending Lara Croft's memorial service after she was missing and presumed dead at the end of Last Revelation. Young Lara Croft returned in Tomb Raider Chronicles and faced off against a variety of ghastly foes in a haunting Irish tale. What monstrosity did she not go up against in the game? The demon Verdilet, a labyrinth monster, a sea hag, or a banshee? I don't remember really but I do not recall a banshee. And those things are memorable. Like, if you see a banshee, you'll remember that you saw a banshee. I don't hugely believe in the supernatural, but I am always terrified of hearing or seeing a banshee. You do not want to mess with banshees. So because I don't remember the banshee, and I'm pretty sure I would, I'm going to guess D, banshee. Yes, correct. Lara faced off against many creatures from Irish lore, but the banshee wasn't one of them. And boy am I glad I never want to see a banshee. Just don't even go there. In Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, what is unique about the Mona Lisa painting hung in the Louvre galleries? It is in the wrong gallery. It is facing the wrong way. It features the wrong face. It is missing. I remember this. It's C. It features the wrong face. If memory serves me correctly, it actually features the face of Peter Connolly, who composed the music for Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6. And I think that this part of the game is just hilarious. C is correct. If you look closely, you'll notice that the Mona Lisa's face has been swapped with that of game composer Peter Connolly. Love it. The Angel of Darkness introduced a variety of ways for Lara to manage her health, which was not a way to heal. So a chocolate bar, health pills, Medipack health pack, cup of tea. I like the way they actually write a cup of tea as well. Yeah, it's the cup of tea. Again, I would have remembered if there was a cup of tea in there because that's honestly my go-to drink. I can't function throughout my day without a cup of green tea. I only drink green tea, by the way, not normal tea. I don't like that. I also don't like coffee. People treat me like I'm some sort of crazy, insane person when they find out that I don't drink coffee, but I don't like the taste. It tastes gross to me, so yeah. There were several ways to regain health in Tomb Raider the Angel of Darkness, but a cuppa wasn't one of them. You could eat chocolate bars to regain health, however. I do like chocolate bars. I eat chocolate every day because I'm addicted to it. Which of these actresses portrayed Lara Croft in a television commercial for Visa, corresponding with the launch of the second Tomb Raider film and Tomb Raider the Angel of Darkness? Sofia Vergara, Megan Fox, Kate Beckinsale, or Gemma Arterton? I don't think it would be Megan Fox or Sofia Vergara. Gemma Arterton? I mean, she could kind of look Lara Crofty, I guess. But I think around that time, like, Kate Beckinsale would have been, like, big, well-known name. I honestly don't know, so I'm going to just guess Kate Beckinsale and see. Oh no, I got it wrong. My first one wrong. So it was Sofia Vergara. I had no idea. So Sofia Vergara stepped into Lara Croft's boots for an extended commercial for the Visa All It Takes campaign. Fans agree she made a fantastic Tomb Raider. I need to look that up. I've never seen that. That's amazing. I love Sofia Vergara. I think she is so funny. In what game was Lara Croft's iconic braid turned into a ponytail? Tomb Raider 3? No. Angel of Darkness? No. Legend or Tomb Raider 2013? I think Legend is where we first see the ponytail. I think so, because I remember seeing it at the time and going, ooh, it's a ponytail. I like it though. That's correct. When the Tomb Raider franchise moved across the pond to Crystal Dynamics, one key element of Lara's look was changed. Her braid was swapped for a ponytail as a way to make her look a little bit different, but yet still be practical and fashionable. Toby Gard, the co-creator of Lara Croft, came back to work with Crystal Dynamics on the 2007 remake of the franchise debut. During development of Tomb Raider Anniversary, what did he maintain about magic in the world of Tomb Raider? Magic doesn't exist in Tomb Raider. Lara Croft comes from a magic bloodline. No. Lara Croft learned magic as a child. No. I'm gonna have to go with A then, that magic doesn't exist. I don't know the answer, but I know 100% that Lara is not from a magic bloodline, and she did not learn magic as a child. So yeah, let's go with A. Toby Gard was adamant that there was no such thing as magic in the franchise, and that anything that looked like magic was technology from ancient civilization that was later lost to the world. I mean, okay, Toby, but like, how do you explain the fact that there's magical creatures existing? Like, how do you explain that? Which Tomb Raider game offered the first skill-based shooting in franchise history? Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider Underworld, Tomb Raider 2013, Tomb Raider Anniversary. I don't know. I don't understand what they mean by skill-based shooting. Do they mean like no target option, or like an option to not auto-target? I don't really know, but I'm gonna guess Tomb Raider 2013, because that's the game where I first really felt like you didn't get a lot of help with targeting and you really had to do it yourself. No, I got it wrong. The answer was D. So Tomb Raider Anniversary released on multiple platforms, including the Nintendo Wii, which featured the first skill-based aiming as opposed to lock-on targeting in franchise history. Oh damn. Well, you learn something new every day. Lara's model went from nearly 7,000 polygons in Tomb Raider Legend to over blank in Tomb Raider Underworld. Oh, I've no idea. I mean, from what I could see, there wasn't like a huge difference between graphics, so maybe I'm just gonna go with 10,000. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Oh, I got it wrong again. The change was so drastic that Lara received a Guinness World Record for most detailed video game character in 2010. Wow. Wait, what was C? What was C again? 32,000 polygons. Wow, okay. That shows what I know. Me like, there wasn't that much of a difference. Apparently there was. Right, we're not doing great right now. We started off strong. We've gone downhill a bit. Let's pick it back up again. So, Lara Croft and the Blank was the first game to introduce co-op play to the franchise. So, Temple of Osiris, Nightmare Stone, Curse of the Sword, Guardian of Light. I haven't played any of these Tomb Raider games. This quiz is hard. I'm gonna guess Guardian of Light, because I think wasn't Guardian of Light was out before Temple of Osiris, and I'm pretty sure you can co-op play in that, although I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, yes, I'm gonna guess D, Guardian of Light. Yes! Early prototypes of Guardian of Light used the concept of Lara clones, doppelgangers, as basis for co-op play, and was internally called Raiders. Eventually, the game evolved to include an entirely new second character, Totek, who had unique skills from Lara Croft. Huh, that's really interesting actually. What was the internal name for the 2013 reboot before it was shortened to just Tomb Raider? So Tomb Raider Ascension, Prophecy, Downfall, Reborn. Now this is confusing because I know there was a Tomb Raider Ascension in the works, and it's really cool actually. If you search the footage on YouTube, you'll get to see that Lara is on some creepy island and there's lots of just like really weird creepy stuff happening, but it looks like it was going to be a really cool game. But I don't think they had any intention of calling Tomb Raider 2013 Ascension, or is that what they're referring to? Because calling it Tomb Raider Reborn would make so much more sense, right? I'm gonna go with Reborn, but I feel like it's gonna end up being Ascension and I'm gonna kick myself. No! Damn it! Originally codenamed Tomb Raider Ascension, the first game in the Reboot series was in development for nearly 6 years before being published simply as Tomb Raider. But like, wasn't it a different game though? Wasn't it initially supposed to be a different game? Okay, here we go. Tomb Raider Ascension. Story: Lara Croft teamed up with a 6-year-old girl, Izumi, the Japanese word for fountain, as they adventured through a mysterious island inhabited by ghosts and monsters. I feel like that was kind of a trick question because I wouldn't consider even Tomb Raider Ascension to be like a prototype. I mean, they completely changed the entire game. In my opinion, that was like them scrapping that game and then going for something else. Maybe I'm just wrong and I don't want to admit it, but I refuse to accept that. Okay, so how are we doing? So we've done 20 questions so far and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wrong. 4 wrong. Okay. Who is not a playable character in the 2015 title Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris? Crap! I don't know. Horus, Carter Bell, Set, and Isis. I haven't got a clue, but isn't Set evil? So it wouldn't make sense if we could play as him. I'm gonna guess C, Set. Yay! Okay. Set is the game's antagonist, but is not playable in Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, with 4-player co-op slotted in as an early and important feature in the game. Creating puzzles for Temple of Osiris became the biggest challenge. Puzzle solutions scaled depending on how many players were attempting it. For every puzzle in the game, the team had to build 4 versions. Wow, okay, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. A big goal in Rise of the Tomb Raider was to transition survival from a thermic wrapper. What? A thermic wrapper? I'm sorry, I need to do that again. A big goal in Rise of the Tomb Raider was to transition survival from a thematic wrapper to a systemic integration. And the developers at Crystal Dynamics introduced deeper crafting and upgrading elements. Rather than universal salvage, Lara could collect up to 16 different resources, including all but which of these? Animal hides, mushrooms, leaves, frog legs. I'm pretty sure it's frog legs. I don't remember collecting any frog's legs. Yeah, frog's legs were not included in the collectible resources that allowed Lara Croft craft unique arrow types, heal, make consumables like Molotov cocktails, and upgrade equipment. As they shouldn't have been. I wouldn't have wanted to cut frogs' legs off. That's horrible. Shadow of the Tomb Raider's composer, Brian De Oliveira, specialized in the research and performance of Central and South American music. How many unique instruments did he integrate into the game's soundtrack? 50, 100, 150, 200. Haven't got a foggy. Let's just say 150 because that sounds nice. D. De Oliveira used over 200 Central and South American instruments to bring to life the music for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is only a fraction of the 900 instruments he's gathered during his travels to Mexico. Wow, okay, that's really interesting. I did not know that, hadn't a clue. Got that one wrong. Which game was the first in franchise history to feature a built-in photo mode? Rise of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 2013, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, or Tomb Raider Legend? I do believe it was actually Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that one. The photo mode in Shadow of the Tomb Raider allowed fans to not only capture shots of the beautiful environments, but also use custom posers and expressions for Lara. I've seen them all over Instagram, that's why I know it was Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Okay, and the final question of the quiz. What well-known British actress voiced Lara Croft in the 2007 series of animated shorts, Revisioned Tomb Raider? Oh, this is literally what I just said earlier. It's Minnie Driver, I'm pretty sure. The options were Minnie Driver, Kate Winslet, Rachel Weisz, and Lena Headey. But yeah, Minnie Driver, I'm pretty sure. Yay! Minnie Driver voiced Lara Croft in the 10-episode series of shorts released to celebrate Tomb Raider's 10th anniversary. And she did a really, really good job. I thought she was a really, really good Lara Croft. Okay, so let's see how we did. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrong. So we ended up getting 20 out of 25, which I actually think is respectable because some of those questions were really, really difficult. This is definitely like a Tomb Raider superfan kind of quiz, I think. Let me know in the comments below how many you got out of 25. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had so much fun taking this quiz, and I just thought it would be a really kind of fun little thing to do to celebrate my 1-year YouTube anniversary, as I'm calling it. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you back in the Tomb Raider 3 playthrough.